Hi everybody. I had a lot of people ask me about this after our beginners class. A lot of people who have been doing bonsai for a long time also had the same question. How do you fill your tree out? How do you refine it? How do you get it to that next level after you start the initial wiring and shaping? There's a few things that you have to keep in mind when you're trying to develop your tree. One, there's a hormone that builds up on the tip of the growth of the trees. It's called So basically, this hormone is responsible for not only making a tree full size, but extending the branches out. And it speeds up the growth, but it also inhibits the growth of other buds. It basically stops the tree from becoming like this convoluted mass. Also, a tree is only going to grow where it gets sunlight. If there's no sunlight to be had, if there's already branches there, they'll actually start to wither and die, and newer branches that are longer and getting more sun will take its place. That's why a full-size tree very rarely has lower branches. They have been shaded out over the years. Well, with bonsai, it's a little different. We're artificially continuing to keep these lower branches vigorous and keep them in full sun so they can continue to grow. These trees right here were wired out early this spring. They were cut to a canopy last year to get a lot of branches, so we selected the finished branches. But now it's to the next development phase. And what we need to do is constantly redistribute that hormone to continually make backbudding further in the branch. If we just let this tree grow to its own devices, the inside twigginess would start to get shaded out and die. So what we need to do is let it grow out a little bit and trim it to redistribute that hormone into advantageous buds and lateral buds, so we can continue to get the branches fuller and fuller. After a certain point, we'll come back, thin it out, and rewire these side branches down into this level, whether it's a rounded crown or a flat plane, to again let more sunlight in. The trade-off with this, when you're trimming a tree this often, it has to be very healthy. It has to be in the full growing, it has to be excellent growing conditions, it has to be very well fertilized. After you've been trimming this out for a while, you'll periodically come back and rewire it, reposition these trees. I also directionally prune. If you look at this shoot right here, it's grown out to 1, 2 leaves and a growth tip. I would trim this to a leaf that's facing the outside of the canopy, so it continually grow out here. We don't want to trim it to a bud that would grow back into it.